Foxit PDF Reader is one of the oldest PDF reading apps on the market, which has been around almost as long as Adobe Acrobat. It is exciting that we still have it in 2025, and that the developers are not showing any signs of slowing down. Most PDF editors on the Mac have a free PDF reader that usually doesn't require signing in or any subscription. Foxit PDF Reader has a similar setup. The reader, which is the focus of this video, is free. It is available on the Mac and Windows, but not on the iPad. That is quite limiting indeed. Only the Foxit PDF editor is now available on iPad. The user interface in the app hasn't changed much since it first launched. Back in the early 2000s, it looked great. As a much lighter and faster alternative to Adobe Acrobat Reader, it was the most modern PDF reader at the time. However, in 2025, it's a little difficult to appreciate. Today, icons have become smaller and rounder, but Foxit Reader has remained the same. Some refined icons would be nice, but certainly not a deal breaker for old users. Newer ones, though, might be slightly put off, considering how other apps look. Not sure if we can even consider it a minimalist app. Its homepage doubles as a workspace, so that's got to count as minimalist enough, right? Especially when you consider that it has a customizable toolbar that you can put as little tools as you want. In full screen, it definitely looks minimalist, but the toolbar is not mobile. Let that not deter you though. Foxit is a great PDF reader. Document themes change the color of your documents in the app. The default colors are quite decent, but you can even use a custom one, should you not like any of the available options. Page rotation affects all the pages in your document. This setup makes logical sense, only that in 2025, we're now used to rotating individual pages. Of course, the option to rotate the whole document is still available in most PDF readers, but the point is, it's better to have both. For annotating your PDFs in Foxit PDF Reader on the Mac, you have pretty much every tool you need: highlighter, underline, straighten, squiggly, and strikeout. You can choose to use one tool or decide on a tool every single time. It's really up to you. The color palette for your annotations has decent colors, and we love that you can determine their opacity and even use custom colors if you like. You can also add text boxes and callouts to your document. Text supports advanced formatting options, right to left typing, line and character spacing. You can even add lists, sub and superscripts to your text. Text boxes and callouts have border styles and thickness options. You also get fill and border color. So making information stand out is quite easy, especially with callouts. Those always seem better than plain text boxes. We love how you can point at what you are annotating, especially because you can choose the pointer. On the Mac, shapes don't make sense given how great the text boxes and callouts are. But if you need them, you have a few to choose from: rectangle, oval, lines, arrows, polygons, and cloud. They have similar options to text boxes: border color, thickness, and style. A handwritten annotation also isn't useful when you can't connect it to the iPad or iPhone. Some 20 years ago, we loved it because we had no other options. But with digital handwriting so readily available now, maybe the developers should consider removing this one. Or even better, allowing us to connect it to our iPads for handwritten annotations. Foxit Reader supports 1, 2, and 4 page views. It also lets you split view your document horizontally and vertically. You might appreciate using both the multiple page and split when you're working on a big screen, because on the 16-inch MacBook Pro, the pages still look very small. It's exciting being able to open all those pages at once, but only if you have a screen big enough to accommodate them. Overall, if you compare documents a lot, you'll appreciate the split view in Foxit PDF Reader. The spreadsheet split feels a little redundant. If we have normal size pages, I imagine if you're looking at a huge page, viewing it from different angles would be helpful, if these are angles at all. On this document, it is not making much sense. And how do you scroll a single split at a time? The only feature that I like is resizing the split windows for this one. Foxit PDF Reader supports horizontal and vertical scrolling, both with paged and continuous scrolling. But is auto-scrolling even useful? Maybe it's just me. Given my technical background, I find it more distracting than useful. And that's probably because of what I read in PDF documents. No matter how hard I think, I can't find a single scenario where a moving document is better than a still one. But the developers have put the feature in the app, so it must work for something. If you use auto scroll, please let us know more about it. We're definitely missing something. Foxit Reader has rulers and grids for positioning various elements on your page. Guides and grid snaps are not working the way we're used to though. They're not really help with aligning anything. Definitely the worst we have seen in a while. The app also supports line weights, but you probably need the right kind of PDF to use them. So far we haven't been able to get our hands on one, sadly. If this is a feature used often in Foxit PDF Reader, please share your experience in the comments. It might help someone. The zoom range in Foxit PDF Reader is ridiculously wide and impressive. It ranges from as little as 1% to as much as 6,400%. You also have a marquee, magnifier, and loop using the same zoom range for tiny text you want to look at without zooming in your whole document. Foxit Reader supports both simple and dynamic stems with a changing date and time. If both of those are not enough, you can create custom ones from PDFs or custom dynamic stamps. If they supported images as well, it would be great. The PDF stamp doesn't make for a great custom stamp. At least the dynamic one is better. Nothing too exciting though. At least for stamps you use often, you can save them as favorites for easier access, but the favorites collection is not readily available, so you will have to contend with that. Foxit PDF Reader has measurement tools for calculating distance, perimeter, and area according to the scales on your document. I haven't had a scale to check the accuracy, but for simple area measurements, it is fun to use. And definitely a feature I will try to use at every opportunity that presents itself. Filling forms is so easy in this app, especially when you take advantage of its autofill option. You have all the tools you need for filling forms, ticks, X's, dots, etc. You can even add your signature that can either be typed or hand-drawn. You can also paste your signature or download one from online to save it in the app for later use. That is the most options we have seen for saving signatures in a PDF reader. In Foxit PDF Reader, you won't have an excuse for not signing your documents. Sign and certify signatures require an account to use, which makes sense. Digital IDs are a lot easier to use, but both features protect your PDF from people who might want to tamper with them. We're still looking into that. It is an awesome setup indeed, one we would love to explore further, obviously, because security in the digital space is very important. It's just confusing when developers label a table of contents as a bookmark. In 2025, those are effectively different features, and we hope that PDF readers and editors can update that to make it make more sense. The sidebar containing your table of contents is collapsible, so you can tuck it away when you don't need it. It is also resizable when you have long titles in your document. In Foxit PDF Reader and most PDF readers, it doubles as a central place for tracking your annotations. The app records who did what and when, which is particularly great when collaborating. You can reply to the annotations and mark them with different statuses. Even when you're not collaborating, it is a great way to go through your annotations systematically if you have to. We have failed to confirm if the app has collaboration because it kept crashing every time we tried it. Some of our accounts even failed to sign in completely. Not sure why the developers have options to sign in with Google if it simply won't work. We hope the Foxit developers can fix that. For simply reading and annotating PDFs, Foxit Reader is a good app to try. It is free. What PDF reader do you use that you think we should try? Do let us know. Until next time, fantastic human, stay fantastic.